and I'm going to say this, and it's going to be hard for you to digest this. Women, when they cheat, it's based on an emotional connection. Generally, the husband's wife was at work with a guy, and the husband and her were fighting, whatever, and then she built this relationship with this guy, and then they went to lunch and blah blah blah, and then she accidentally slept with him, right? And then she's like, oh my God,
right?
Guys are different.
Yeah, 100%.
But when you're dealing with men that have a lot of options,
they're gonna go and do it regardless.
Right. So but here's the problem. There's a flip of the coin. Young men were full of testosterone. When I was 18 years old, I was saluting 24/7. All I thought about was, it's all the guys thought about was beer and women. Like it's funny because I made a joke, but now it's kind of funny now because of the Bud Light advertisement. Right. The Dylan, right? The transgender gal. Mm-hmm. My friend and me had this joke, and we go to the counselor in high school. Okay. And they said, you're going to lean and go towards what you think about all the time, right? Like what you think about 24/7.
Right. And guys don't think with this head.
No. And she's like, the counselor's like, what do you like to do? Oh, I like women.
Right.
And Budweiser.
Right.
I'm going to be a bud girl, right? Like you're going to evolve into what you want. That's all guys think about. They're 18. Right. So here's what happens. Men at 18 are on a sex run because we were built to breed.
Of course.
Biblically, God says be with one person, but we're animals. Men are simple. Food, fun, effing, and football. Right. That's it. Leave us alone. Don't talk too much. Make us a sandwich. Right. And all men want is respect, right? And peace. That's all men want. Men are easy. Women can get complicated around that because of emotional needs. I get that. But then you get the guys that are going in their 30s, right? Mm-hmm. Now they're kind of slowing down. I'm not going to go to the clubs, the bars anymore, whatever. Right. So my question to you is, what are you looking for in a man? What does that guy need to look like? Identify that guy. And if you haven't, you need to do, okay, so you got this down. Okay. Yes. So what's the oldest the guy has to be?
25.
Okay, now here we got a challenge because the guy doesn't have any money yet.
Right.
I'm not telling you to date an older guy. Right. But 25-year-olds.
I've gone after 27-year-olds.
Okay, right.
So, I'm not 27's like my cutoff. Like, I won't go any older than that.
Okay.
But I don't know, like my typical guy is someone that's sweet and caring and attentive, and someone that understand, like, a big problem in my last relationship was I told him that, hey, I got diagnosed with this, and he didn't bother going out of his way to do any research on it to help him understand better. I want someone that's going to be like, okay, so you're feeling this way, so how can we keep you from feeling this way ever again? You know what I mean? And someone tall. I'm pretty tall.
Okay, so here we go.
I would like someone tall.
How tall? 6 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, how much money do they need to make?
It doesn't. They just need to make money.
But they got to be a provider.
Well, yeah, of course they need to be a provider. But I was growing up in a household where, yes, dad went out and made the money and mom stayed at home. But my mom's also raised me to be independent and not have to rely on a man.
Okay, but here's the problem. That mindset is what hurts you in a relationship because it's not about relying on a man. If you're independent in a relationship, you're independent. Right. Right. Your parents are codependent on each other. Mm-hmm. It's funny. And I know what your mom meant. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, your dad's not independent. Your mom's not independent. They're codependent. Yeah. That's a relationship. You can't go in a relationship thinking I'm independent. I don't need a man.
Right. No, that's not how I think. I just if I was to never find anyone, for example, if I was to never find anyone, I wouldn't be happy, obviously, because we need that companionship because we're humans. But I know that I would be good because I am capable of being dependent on myself. Okay. So do you want to get married one day? Yeah, I want to be married by the time I'm 26 and have my first kid by the time I'm 28.
Okay. Do you want to raise your children, or do you want daycare?
I want to raise my children.
Okay, I know mom and dad want to be grandparents, but
not yet.
Okay, but do you want to go to work and leave your baby with daycare?
It'd be, for the first couple years, no, I'd want to stay at home.
Okay, so
back to your question, what you asked me, I would like them to make at least enough to support me when I decide to make that decision to raise my child.
Okay, so what does that look like?
Probably 100.
100K, okay.
Or 2.
So now, here we go. You ready? Mm-hmm. 6 feet tall, 6-figure income. Uh-huh. 6-pack abs. I'm joking, but I'm not. Okay, it's the
dad
joke.
bods are in right now.
But they're in for a reason.
Right.
Because most of the women say that because they can't get the guy that's in shape that makes six pack abs. Now hear me out. You just described a guy that's 6 feet tall, six figure income. Sorry. That's the top 12% in America. Mm-hmm. Now, out of that, they got to be single.
Obviously. I would hope so.
Right. But 90% of the women are going after that same guy.
Oh, no, 100%.
So for you, you've already addressed that you can cook and clean.
Oh, yep. I can work on cars.
You can work on cars, but that guy will probably take his car to the dealership to be serviced, like I just did. Because the new cars you can't work on.
No, you can't.
I've tried it, and
that's why mine's an 07.
Right. No, and I'm a muscle car guy. I like the '66 Chevelles. I like the '55 Chevys. I had a big block Chevelle. That was me. But I drive the new cars, which I don't want to touch a button because my car.
Know what it does.
Yeah, I took my car to the Mercedes dealership and it needed exorcism. They were going to call a priest from the Vatican. It's like, dude, what's this thing doing? She's talking to me. There's no accident, and the lights were going off. That scream. I'm like, whoa, right? So you can't work on it. But here's what I'm telling you: you have potential. You're attractive. You're feminine. That's the key. Right?
Because I don't look like this every day.
No, feminine isn't based on look, it's based on mindset. Like you don't have a masculine personality.
Okay.
Because what happens is men don't want an argumentative, combative woman, a boss bee. They don't want to deal with that because the high value men, which he is in a sense, top 10% income, he wants a woman that's going to be submissive to the cause of the family.
Yeah.
Okay. When I say that, that's a negative word sometimes to women, right? Submissive. Oh, I'm not going to listen to a man.
I don't mind it.
Right. But he's also got to treat you like a queen.
Obviously.
So for him, he's going to go out and work. He's going to provide, protect for the family. Mm-hmm. Right. And then he's going to want you to cook, clean, and take care of the household. And together you guys can elevate your game. Mm-hmm. So you have a 90% better advantage than most of the women I talk to. Because most of the women on these shows want it all. Modern day women want it all.
I'm literally I'm like bare minimum.
No, but this is
and then some, because I know my worth and I know I'm worth more than just the bare minimum. But I've at this point in my life, I'm just kind of going with the flow. And I've gotten to a point where I'm not going out looking anymore.
Well, you shouldn't look.
That's all I've ever done is gone out and look.
But you have
I'm
waiting
waiting for them to come to me.
Yeah, you have value, but you also have to be receptive.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you're not open to people approaching you to a point, then, you're 23, you got 3 years. So you want to have kids in 3 years or be married in 3 years?
Be married.
Okay, yeah. So that guy that you're looking for is out there, and they're looking for a woman like you.
And they just have to have the same values as me.
What are your values?
Just typical, like the morals of everything. And because I am not the type of girl, like I'm telling you this right now, I can have a sneaky link, but I have a emotional connection with them, right? Sorry, mom and dad. But then like I am not the type of person that can go out to a bar, meet someone, hook up, and then never talk to. I'm not that person.
Well, generally women don't do that, but the 304s will.